Why WireGuard pfSense is the most secure for private networks. System explanation begins. Now, many of you might wonder why we need to go to the trouble of configuring WireGuard on pfSense when a ready-made VPN would suffice. The answer is that the WireGuard and pfSense combination brings ultimate speed plus fortress-level security. This system works together to secure your personal data in this way. 100% self-hosted privacy. If we use a public VPN service, our browsing data has to pass through another company's servers. They might keep logs of our browsing history. But when we use pfSense at home as our server, all data goes directly to our home. It doesn't pass through anyone else's hands or any company. Therefore, our privacy is 100% yours. No one can spy on our browsing history. Double-layer protection pfSense Firewall plus WireGuard. WireGuard itself already has very high security in terms of data encryption. But when used with pfSense, it becomes even more powerful because we can use pfSense's firewall rules to provide an additional layer of security. For example, we can configure it so that mobile devices connecting through WireGuard can only access certain devices in the house, such as accessing files on a server or viewing security cameras, while other devices in the house are cut off. This prevents hackers from penetrating the network. If our phone were to be hacked, the hacker could only access the VPN, not the rest of the home network. Granular access control. pfSense allows us to independently manage each peer client. For example, if a phone is lost or we no longer want a device to connect, we can immediately disable or delete that peer in pfSense. The connection will be cut off in real time, providing complete security. Centralized security at a single point of security. Instead of configuring security in multiple locations, consolidating your VPN into pfSense allows you to manage ad blocking, for example, with pflockering, intrusion blocking, and the VPN directly on your home's main router. This protects against external threats right at your front door. In short, using WireGuard on pfSense creates the strongest possible private gateway to your own home. You control it, it's secure, and you can be confident your personal data will never be leaked. You can use this script in your video presentation to clearly illustrate the security of a self-hosted VPN via pfSense and project a more professional presentation. Next, we'll look at how to set up a VPN system from a private pfSense server to work with mobile devices. To install the WireGuard, go to System, select Package Manager, then click Available Packages, search for WireGuard, and complete the installation. Once finished, it will appear like this. Configure WireGuard Interface Tunnel. 1. Go to the top menu and select VPN greater than WireGuard. 2. On the Tunnels tab, click the green plus Add Tunnel button. 3. Configure the parameters as follows. O enabled, check the box to enable it. O name, set a name, for example, WG_VPN, or leave it as is. O description, enter a description, for example, VPN for mobile to home. Listen port, enter the default value, for example, 51,820. O interface addresses, define a specific IP range for the VPN, for example, 10.100.0.1, 24. Do not duplicate the main home LAN. 4. Scroll down to the bottom and press the Save button. Next, go to the Settings tab, check the Enable box, and then press Save to start WireGuard. Step 3. Configure assignments. Connect the virtual network card. 1. Go to the top menu and select Interfaces greater than Assignments. 2. Look for the available network ports section and select the WireGuard network card you just created, for example, WG0. 3. Click the plus Add button next to it. A new interface will be added, usually named OPT or WG_VPN. Step 4. Configure firewall rules. Allow VPN traffic to pass through. 1. Go to the Firewall menu greater than Rules. 2. Go to the WAN tab. O click the plus Add button adds a new rule to the top. O action, pass, O interface, WAN, O address family, IPv4 or IPv4 plus IPv6, O protocol, UDP, O source, any, O destination, WAN address, O destination port range, from 51,820 to 51,820 matches the port set in tunnel. O description, allow WireGuard VPN inbound. O click save and apply changes. Step 5. Create peer for the mobile device to connect. To make it easier and avoid manually entering each value, we recommend using the peer creation tool or creating it through the pfSense peer screen as follows. 1. Go back to the VPN greater than WireGuard menu greater than go to the Peers tab and press plus add peer. 2. Configure peer information. O enabled. Check the box. O tunnel. Select WG_VPN. O description. Device name, for example, mobile_phone. O public keying endpoint. O allowed IPS. Enter the IP address of the mobile device in the VPN network, for example, 10.100.0.2, 32, 3, press save. Next, go back to the Tunes page and download the configuration file. Once downloaded, send it to your mobile device, either by connecting via USB or by sharing it through ShareDrop. Now, access the Dropbox sharing website simultaneously on both your mobile device and computer. Then send the file from your computer to your iPhone. This process requires being on the same network to easily send files without needing to plug in a USB cable, which is very convenient. Then, press share to your iPhone and on your phone. Download the configuration file that was sent. Once the download is complete, open the application called WireGuard. If you don't have it, you'll need to download it. It will be a red app with a dragon logo. Next, add the configuration file that we created using the Sense program. We'll add this to the WireGuard application. Once added, it will connect to the VPN, and if you're using an iPhone, you'll be prompted to enter your screen lock password once to enable the VPN connection. That's all it takes to use your private network with high security. You don't need a router to share Wi-Fi. You can use a VPN instead to access the WireGuard server. I've tried it out and found the internet speed and stability to be much faster compared to using VPNs from other servers. We're using our own private internet connection, which is much more secure, fast, and stable. I hope this video is helpful for friends who are setting up a personal home lab network. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for support. Congratulations on successfully creating the strongest personal security system possible.